done different ceiling treatments throughout the house, and this one actually, I think, has the highest ceiling in the entire home. Maybe the master bedroom's a bit higher, but the ceilings are already, I believe, 10'4", and the idea of popping open an additional space that brought it up to almost 11 feet. Something about me, I just love this open vertical, and it was actually to be a contrast from the entry foyer where we actually have a dropped ceiling that's not fully connected. There's something in architecture where, without even knowing it, there's a moment that occurs, of course, when you go in a slightly more constrained space to one that's the opposite and is actually open, and it's this kind of a drama as you step in, and that was the idea here, coupled with these 4 enormous windows and the great light and open space around it. This is the formal room of a house. This is intentionally the most formal space, and wanted it to have a little bit of grandeur just accomplished through ceiling treatments.
And I think when I first walked into the space, noticing such high ceilings, I stressed to David right off the bat how important it was to make decisions that would enhance the height of the ceilings. And I think doing the cove ceilings, I thought it was extremely important to make the doors and openings as high as possible. Doing all these things, the windows were high and framing them out in wood, they would all enhance the ceiling height. They all help to enhance and the ceiling height, which is really very dramatic in the space. Well, I think it's very easy in a very modern home for it to feel sterile and cold. And one of the major complaints I get from clients is that they love the concept of having a modern home, but they want it to be comfortable, they want it to feel warm, and they haven't known up until the point we started talking how they really can achieve that. And what I loved about using the walnut is the graining and the warmth and the tones, as well as in the travertine. It's also a very warm material, and the graining makes it very warm and rich. And I think it adds a certain warmth and richness to a stark white home. I love that contrast. Everything is very transitional. It's not too modern, it's not traditional. It definitely veers more towards modern, and it definitely is a very clean aesthetic. And I think given the palette of the white walls and the rich floor, the rich travertine stone, I think that it lends itself to a number of different colors and styles and just so many things you could do with the space. I could design this so many different ways for so many different people and their tastes. I could see clients that love to entertain and have huge dinner parties. I could see them using this space strictly as a dining room and using the more casual family room space as their lounging, more comfortable area. I think another way it could work, which I think many people would probably gravitate towards, is using it as a combination living and dining space. So this would be your living room space here around the fireplace. Then you have a very generous area for a nice dining space in back with a nice long table, which is close to the kitchen and which would be good for entertaining. I could see very modern furniture going in the space. I could see antiques and French deco furniture going in the space. I think I could see a mix of new and old going in the space. It definitely provides for much opportunity for many different styles and different ways people would live, and that's what I love about what I do, is I get to work with clients and design a space that works for them.